Hey folks, Alan Manick, the Hot Rod Hippie here, coming to you from Holohan's Hot Rod Shop in Mooresville, North Carolina, also known as Race City, USA. We're going to check out the shop, we're going to take a look at some of the projects going on around here, so let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Dan Holohan. This is my shop, Holohan's Hot Rod Shop. Been open for myself in business now for 9 years, coming up on 9 years here next year. A little background history. I worked at Rad Rides by Troy for quite a while. Troy's a good friend of mine. We worked good together, learned a lot from Troy. He's a leader for damn sure. Came down here in 2007, worked for Detroit Speed. Worked there for 2.5 years. Another great guy, Kyle Tucker, good guy. Branched out on my own in 2010, so it'll be 9 years. Some of the notable builds that I'm known for or associated with when I worked at Rad Rides, the Chicane. Everybody knows the Chicane. That was a great car. Had about 16 months of fab on that car. That car is timeless. It's still probably, I mean, they can put that car away for 20 years and bring it back out, and it's still knock everybody's socks off. Not just because I worked on it, but because of the whole team up there. Just an awesome car. Chicane was my favorite. Sick Fish, we built that Sick Fish for Joe Rogan. That was my second favorite car. Done a lot of hands-on stuff up there. I was involved in the Blowfish for George Poteet. The split second, 63 Vet, the 69 Camaro Pro Stock car, a lot of builds up there, a lot of diversity. Had the opportunity of, when I worked for Troy, when we went out to Bonneville with the Blowfish with George, and got my Bonneville license thanks to George. He let me drive his 61 Starliner, which was really cool, good opportunities. And then notable builds down here at Detroit Speed when I worked. Dale Jr.'s second gen Camaro, great project. Did a lot of fab work on that car. Most recently is the 69 Camaro Tux. That's won Street Machine of the Year, Battle of the Builders. Very high profile car. I did a lot of fab work on that car. Had a lot of time involved in the major fab on that. So it was good to see it done, even though I wasn't there at the time. But since then, opened up my own shop. It's been good. It's been a lot of struggles. I'm not going to lie. Being a business owner is tough. It all looks good on social media. If it's on Facebook or Instagram, it must be true. But I have a lot of great customers. But I'm not going to lie. It's a tough nut to crack every day. And I'm a one-man show. I'm not getting any younger. And it takes a lot to keep going every day. But thank God, I recently picked up a good guy that's got some great experience coming out of Detroit Speed and Alan Johnson's shop. Great electrician, tuner, so he's going to be a big asset to the shop. I'm really looking forward to him starting. He's starting here in January 19. Now that I've introduced myself and told you a little about my history, let's take a tour through the shop and I'll tell you about some projects. This is a really nice project. It's 1967 Chevy 2 Nova. Just a real nice basic project. It's not really, we're not doing anything that hasn't been done. The biggest feature on this car is the Roadster Shop chassis. It's a Roadster Shop Fast Track chassis. We are changing that up a little bit. I'm going to modify it and make it a full body mount car versus a weld-in car, because typically they want the chassis that's welded to the inner rockers. So I'm going to strip them outer rails back on the chassis and bring them inboard so I can allow for space for body mounts. This one here, it's actually my car. That's why it's not being worked on. I bought this in 2001 when I worked for Troy up at Rad Rides. Him and his dad had one of these cars, the Bisquick. Everybody that knows that world up there, they're familiar with that car. I fell in love with the body style and the roof line. It's a flat top car. Things have changed for me over the years. Now that I got my own shop, I'm starting to paint myself now, and I have my own spray booth, but I'm not going to paint this car. It's going to stay patinaed. I am in the hunt for replacement trim to put back on the car that I sold when I started my shop because the guy really wanted my trim. At the time, I didn't think I was going to use it. Neat thing about this car is when I bought it in 2001, it had really nice paint, nice trim. I cut the coils on it to get it to sit. She's a little spongy. And I borrowed a set of billet rims from my friend Bob Thrash. Me and my son Tyler, we drove this thing on the 2003 Power Tour from Nashville to Dallas and back. And I still have the long hauler sticker on the vent window. And I think time-wise now, and probably one of the biggest things for me not to really change anything hardcore on this car is because of that sticker. There's a lot of memories there. I just can't get away from it. So it's a nice car. 32 5-window Ford. It's all original Henry Ford sheet metal on the car. This is a good example of the kind of work we do here, or I do here. Not everything's a full project. I take on anything from full projects to partial projects to what I consider maintenance type work. This woman, great lady Nancy, her husband built this 15, 20 years ago. Unfortunately, her husband passed away and never had a chance to enjoy the car. So they wanted to find a shop that she could trust with the car. They brought this car up twice now from Atlanta for maintenance type work. As they drive the car, now that it's been done for a while, little things are popping up here and there and they want to do upgrades. Okay, this is a 1956 Olds. The car was really a nice car, great customer. The car has got a great color scheme. It's stock to the car. It's been repainted about 15, 20 years ago. It's considered probably a resto mod, I guess. I've done the whole chassis myself, stock chassis, box to rails. It's over here. Custom firewall. Got the brake booster up on the firewall now. Redid the brake pedal assembly on the inside, electric wiper motor, stock interior, little Bluetooth sound system. Sits really nice. It's a coilover car. Running 18s on it all the way around, shot wheels. We're not even going to re-chrome anything else on the dash as far as knobs and trim and stuff. We're going to keep everything original on the dash and all the chrome and all that stuff because his grandma and grandpa bought this car new in 1956. And that's the last thing that he wants to keep a remembrance of his grandparents. It should be a really nice beach cruiser, I call it, because of the color. It's been good. I'm not going to lie. I've got a lot of good exposure through social media, self-marketing, guys like Alan, HotRodHippie. I mean, I can't do this kind of stuff by myself. You know, so for him to come in here and spend his time and film everything, it's been great. So I hope it helps him out and helps me out too.
Thank you to Dan Holohan for having us here today to take a look at the shop, check out the projects, and talking with us. You go ahead and find his links to his Instagram account and his website in the description down below this video. Also right here, right now. Go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and like this video if you found it interesting. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the projects going on around here, this shop itself? Let me know what you're thinking. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this every week. Thanks for coming around, folks.